All right. Hey, how y'all doing? Back again, another episode of The It Factor. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson, and today we have someone special. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Man, Ladarius Ealy of the Non-Legacy Network.
Yes,
Happy to be here.
indeed. Yes, indeed. So with that, man, how are you doing mentally, physically, emotionally?
Man, I'm in a very great space right now. Uh, Wrapping up summer, been enjoying a lot of family time. You know, the grind daily, but
Mhm.
mostly, man, just really been living through God and enjoying these days, bro. So,
Yes, indeed.
mentally, I'm good right now.
That's
How
all.
about yourself, man?
I'm doing good, man. Mentally, like you said, God really guided me, man. Me and my wife, and been able to spend time with family, and
Yeah,
just been growing a podcast, uh, searching for new career opportunities, but also outside of that, man, just being Jeremy, bro. And every
yes,
time
sir.
it's me and you, man, it's always the right thing. So happy to
Yes,
get to
sir.
do that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. So tell me about the Now Legacy, brother, man. What went into creating it, and tell me what it is, and tell me and my fans, I mean, my peoples, man, my network, what is the Now Legacy and why we need to be watching and making sure that we see every tune that y'all do.
For sure, for sure. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the Now Legacy. The Now Legacy
Mhm,
started as just the Now Legacy. Now it's the Now Legacy Network.
mhm,
Um, the Now Legacy started in 2016. I was on the front row of a church pew.
mhm,
I was listening to the sermon that the pastor was giving that day, and he started speaking about the now.
mhm,
And I was like, man, like the now just kept popping up in my spirit,
mhm,
like after I left that moment. So weeks went by, and one thing about me, I've always been a firm believer in legacy
mhm,
and making sure that legacy means something beyond myself, beyond myself and for my family, my children to come and
mhm,
their children to come. So one day, man, I was always in the film and media aspect, but one day, man, the Now Legacy came to me and started putting together digital videos
mhm,
um, in 2016. Don't remember much about what we were recording at that time, but did a lot of videos, mostly music at that time.
mhm.
Um, a lot of just short films, and then we started doing something at that time we called digital audio movies,
Mhm.
really, aka podcasts back
Yes,
when.
indeed.
Yeah, so we got into that space. I was interviewing, man, everybody,
Mhm,
similar to like what I see on the It Factor, man. You interviewing people that everyone may know or
mhm,
someone just be tuning into those person, and their story is just as important. So started off doing the same thing, man, just feeding into my community, talking to people that I feel comfortable speaking with, talking to people to learn stuff about things.
mhm.
And hey, man, from those days being the stepping stones to where we are now, like God, all good, man.
Yes, indeed, brother. So with that, man, what is your it factor then? Then why do you do what you do?
Man, solely for legacy, man.
Mhm,
It's bigger than me. And when we say legacy, it sounds a bit selfish. It can sound selfish because it's for your lineage, the people behind you. But I wanted to step out on faith and create something that's bigger than myself and
mhm.
give people opportunity to feed way into that as well.
Right.
So my it factor would be, man, servitude to man, like being of whatever God called me to be. One our motto for the Now Legacy is servicing the overlooked and the underserved. So
Yes, indeed.
I just wholeheartedly believe that's my it factor, my family, man, you
Mhm.
know, huge component. But, you know, I'm just graced to be around a bunch of people that I can be a part of being a blessing to, being a vessel of God to be a blessing to those.
Man, that's what's up. And that's what it's all about. Be honest, man. Like my fraternity, and I lived on it even before I joined Phi Beta Sigma. But culture for service, service for humanity. That's why we here. You know, we here to serve other people, and we here to do that one little thing that we love to do. But everything else is for the service of others, and that's why I do the podcast, man. That's why I do the outreach. I do a lot of things now. Like you said, we see it as a legacy. But to be honest, bro, the now legacy and whatever you put your hands on is gonna be big. Like it's gonna be bigger than you ever thought. So like look at it like that, you know, it's all gonna pay off in the end
Yeah,
of the time. And it's gonna get to a point to where people like myself are gonna say that to you, but you just gonna keep seeing that it's gonna keep pouring into you and that positivity that you keep pinning out. Ain't nothing but good stuff gonna happen to you, man. We're gonna have some
man.
ups and downs. That's a part of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know, definitely keep doing what you're doing. That's why I said when we started, man, I'm proud of what y'all doing, and you gave it to me in return. But
for
I love
sure.
getting the flowers because at the end of the day, we are what we put out, and that's what changing the narrative is. Start with us. So
Yeah,
definitely,
man. Yeah,
yeah,
man. Thank you, man. Man,
yeah.
appreciate it. And again, you handing out flowers, bro. I'm gonna hand them right back to you because man, y'all killing it. Y'all doing a great job. And like you said, man, this the first of many.
Mhm,
We definitely gonna collab a lot more. Bro, I'm excited to see every time I see a different video dropping.
mhm,
I'm like, man, who is he interviewing today? And like what substance do they have? And it's always so diverse, man. And
mhm.
I can appreciate that, that's a great thing to see, man. And
Thank you, bro.
hey, keep it going, man.
Yes, indeed, man. So with that, man, what are some of your ultimate life goals for the now legacy, for your family, and also just for you?
So over the years, I've learned to attack my goals in a different manner.
Hmm.
Um, I don't talk about my goals as much as I used to,
Hmm.
out loud. I'm more of a write it down and make it plain type of person nowadays. And so beneficially, I've seen a change. I've seen a drastic change in by writing it down and making it plain and holding on to that. And I've seen a lot of goals come true in that regard.
Hmm.
But so my outside goals, um, as far as it goes to the business or family and friendships, everything. I just want to see little ones grow to the capacity that God called them to be. Want to go to the highest ceiling that we can possibly go because we've been all destined for greatness. And hey man, we gotta go. You gotta go achieve it. If you don't achieve it, nothing was worthwhile. None of the tears that you shed, none of the sleepless nights will matter. None of those things will matter. So my goals are just to pivot every day. Every
Hmm.
day I wake up and I try to outwork myself from yesterday. Like I just gotta be better than what I did yesterday.
Hmm.
So um my goals are sporadic. They just keep coming, man, and I love it. And it's all God. That's all God's gift.
I like that, man. That's gonna keep you going a long way too, because I feel like a lot of times, like you said, I know before I know myself, I like, oh, I'm gonna write out this and this, how it's gonna happen and this on. So now, like you said, man, a lot of times I write stuff out, and when it happens, I'm not surprised anymore. It's more of
Yeah,
like, okay, cool. Like it's
we
bigger
here now.
than what
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be, and
yeah.
I think that I wish I got that. You know how you say I wish I could tell myself something. I don't have a lot of
Yeah,
coulda, wouldas. I have a lot of like, don't I wish I could step back and tell the 17-year-old Jeremy that, that could have been good for that. That's kind of how I look at it. And now I see that me doing that with people like when I talk to young people, or even some adults, man, I give that advice and I was able to do it in my book, man. I really told
yeah,
people,
yeah.
hey, at the end of the day, this is how I do it. I gave it a raw deal, but to see how people take it and interpret it, I would never imagine that would be.
Right, right, man. You never know, you just, especially like if you live in day to day, man, and just like you said, trusting it and your vision, writing it down, making it plain, and just going after it day to day. You don't know how people interpret it. You don't even know who's watching you day to day,
Hmm. Yeah,
and who you're inspiring. So yeah, man, I definitely feel that.
Yes, indeed. So with that, man, who is Darius Ealy outside of Now Legacy? Outside of the things that you are known for, the things that you see that people know you for. Who are you?
Man, I'm just a nerd, man.
Mhm,
I'm just first and foremost, I'm God's child.
mhm.
And I'm aware that I'm not his perfect child at all.
Gotcha.
But he loves me. And I'm a I'm a family guy. I love my family so much, man. Bro, like they mean the world to me. And outside of that, one of my other careers are I'm in education. I've been in
Mhm.
education for about 9 years now.
Okay.
Um, yeah, man. I
Uh-huh.
coach all sports, man. Every sport except soccer. I can't do it,
They do.
man. Can't do it. But yeah, man. I like to hang with my friends, man, and spend time uh, reading. I try to read more than I do a lot nowadays, even if it's an audio book. Um, find myself exercising a little bit more for mental. And
Mhm.
man, mostly, man, I really just like relaxing and kicking back, man. I'm a boring old school young whippersnapper.
Uh,
You might see me listening to Cole and Pac and Crit and
mhm,
some other people while I'm reading the newspaper, eating a
mhm.
fig Newton, man. I'm an old school young cat, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Look, I'm the same way. I do
For
the
sure.
day. I be
For
laid
sure.
back, man. That's
For
the
sure.
best way, bro. We'll be at 95 doing the same thing we was
For
doing.
sure, man. For sure. Keeping it genuine. Yeah. It's
Indeed.
like that. Yes, sir.
So with you being a coach, man, now I know that you in education. How is that? How do you feel about education? What do you teach? And like coaching football, basketball, even
Mhm.
baseball, seeing that you said you coach everything but soccer. How do you impact those kids with what you do?
Wow. Wow. Um, well, you never know your impact
Mhm.
until you know your impact, I guess.
Definitely.
But man, daily I just try to give the kids the opportunities that I may or may not have had access to,
Mhm.
or I try to be a listening voice. Um, I try to listen to what my kids have to say, whether they're students or players. Try to hear who they are because that's what molds them. That's what builds them up by actually having the conversations and learning who they are. They
Right.
might not receive that, every day, whether the home situation is whatever, at school sometimes they don't have those opportunities. So um I don't know my impact, but
Mhm.
I pray my impact sees generations of
Definitely.
students. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we put a pin in that one, and then we'll come back years later, and
Mhm.
maybe we'll know about them. But as far as what I teach STEM classes. I'm a heavy fan of STEM, man. STEM is the way
I'm
to
an
go.
engineer. I'm an engineer.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Clark Atlanta, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's big. Yes,
Mhm.
sir. So yeah, I'm a STEM guy. I've been teaching robotics and automation, man,
Okay.
design and modeling,
Mhm.
a lot of different things. I even took some courses this summer and learned about app creation. So we'll be getting into app creation, cybersecurity,
Mhm.
artificial intelligence. Those are the things. Like I said, I'm a nerd, so I get
Mhm.
to sit back and learn all these things, and then it gives me the opportunity to actually expose my kids to it as well.
That's a blessing, and that's your impact. That's
I guess, man,
that's a piece of it. See, it's bigger than what we think, but that's really your impact right there. Because
yeah,
like
man.
from there, bro. Once I asked you what you taught, then I said I was an engineer. You went in. That's why I do this podcasting, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You get to pull out
Yeah,
what people kind of like, I ain't gonna that. Nobody want to hear about that. I want to hear about it all. I
For
want.
sure. For sure, man. No. Hey man, the world is growing.
Hmm.
We always gonna need engineers,
Yeah.
we always gonna need that.
Yes, indeed.
Regardless of how fast technology is growing, you're gonna need somebody that can control technology and can build it, can manufacture it.
Yes, sir.
So kudos to you, man. Keep pushing that.
Thank you, man. So with that, bro, before we close, man, would you happen to have any questions for me?
How soon can I get you over to the Famous Now show, man?
Man, it's anytime, brother, man. Anytime you need me to be on, I'm free most days. Just send me an email or DM me or call me. I'm
For
gonna give
sure.
you the number, and then
For sure. For
we can
sure.
do it. Definitely.
For sure. No, definitely, man. No, man. Bro, I don't know. I don't have a lot of questions. I
Hmm.
just really, like I said, I started off. We started out giving each other flowers
Hmm.
before you press record, and bro, I'm just telling you, you have an impact,
Thank you.
and to keep it going, man, the it fact is great, man. It's a great thing. It's a great tool. It's a great platform. And hey, just as much as we grow, I hope to see you grow as well. And
Yes,
man,
indeed.
right? Hopefully we all at the same round table one of these days.
Yes, indeed, brother. Man, thank you so
Mhm.
much, man. I look forward to coming onto your show and
For sure.
also dropping this snippet tonight. I'm gonna drop a snippet on my story, and then
Okay.
we'll stay in constant communication. I'm gonna shoot you my number and stuff, man.
For sure. Do that, man. Do that, man.
Thank you, man. All right, I'll talk to you soon.